Good morning. It is 7:15 a.m. on a Monday. School got delayed by 2 hours due to weather. Considering there's a 2-hour delay, I got to sleep in. I'm coloring this page that's new from Holly Dolly. I'm going to do that until I have to wake up my kids and enjoy my coffee. So cheers.
Most of this vlog may be quite uneventful. An artist's life isn't always as aesthetic or exciting as it may seem like it is online. It's mostly admin, marketing, and social media content creation. Plus, add in the fact that I have kids and it is definitely far from aesthetic or magical. It's a lot of squeezing in sketchbook and iPad drawing sessions into small pockets of time. You also won't see my day-to-day motherhood tasks because I protect that part of my life from becoming content.
I had so much fun with this. This mood board really was so fun and inspiring, and I think it challenged a lot of my patrons to get really just creative, and I had so much fun incorporating the different elements, and it didn't necessarily have to make sense. Most of the time my mood boards have some sort of theme. So like this one was Y2K, the one before that was Honey Be Mine for Valentine's, Black History Month, beach, but this one literally no theme, just collagey and cool, and I'm definitely doing that more often. So this is the one that I made for this week. Most of the time Mondays are consumed by the buddy color stuff. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. If you haven't learned by now, 2 days into this vlog, I normally live in a big t-shirt and my husband's boxers. I will not be looking glamorous for most of this vlog. It's a vlog and I want to show you the real creative work week for me as a mom of 2 young kids and a full-time illustrator who works mostly from home. So why get dressed? Today's plans are I need to start working on April's Patreon rewards. Last month I started kind of a new thing to live a little bit more of an analog life. I started printing out my reference photos and putting them into like a little collage so that when I am drawing, one, I can record and I don't need to use my phone for looking at reference photos, but also so I don't get distracted by notifications and text and everything, so I can just remain focused. And I feel like that's how we used to do it in school, right? Like when I was in high school, we would print out our reference photos. So I need to make a new collage, so let's do that. The theme for April is, I'll tell you about that while I'm making the collage. So, as I was saying, the theme of April's rewards is bloom in the body you're in, which, by the way, when you're seeing this, they're already available for Patreon members. I'll have the link to join in my description below. Oftentimes, we delay things in our lives because we're waiting until we have the perfect body or have the confidence to wear the outfit or do the thing. How we feel about our appearance can often poison experiences and prevent us from living fully in the moment. Imagine the level of brainwashing required to make us so focused on how our body looks in a bikini rather than taking in the beauty of the vast ocean and how the sun and breeze feels on our skin, for example. I really want to push against that and grow, create, and exist fully in the body I'm in today. And I want that for you too. Right now, you don't have to change before you bloom. Creating art with bigger bodies like they did in the Renaissance era is my way of fighting back against unrealistic beauty standards, and it's one way I heal my own body image and choose to bloom. I don't know why, but all of a sudden it triggered this memory of when I was a kid. I used to love getting like Tiger Beat, was it J14? Oh, and I used to make collages with the pictures in the magazines, and I would make them as posters and hang them in my room. I just wish that there was this type of body representation. How much different I would think about my body today had I had images like this growing up. I'm really excited for this month's theme, and I definitely love this being a ritual every month. When I'm getting ready to draw, I have this to look at, inspire me, and to look back on after this year is done. I feel like getting dressed and
quickly, because it's already 1 o'clock, find somewhere to go get a good bite of food. I live in a really small town, and so there's not like a lot of really cool little places to get lunch or whatever. This is pretty much like the only spot that's like just, I don't know, like, you know. And so I go there a lot, but I gotta be quick. I also remembered that my daughter has a talent show rehearsal today after school. So actually I'll only have to pick up my son today and then have to go back again at 4:45 to go get her. Her and her friends made this little band, wrote their own song, no instruments, just singing a cappella and little choreography. Friday's the show. So yeah, let's go get some lunch. Okay, this is kind of a cool angle, so I dig it. How about this? Oh, sunroof. Whoa. You get the view. Isn't my car so fancy? I'm in the carpool line and I'm listening to this podcast called Unbothered at the Erica Z. I'll have her tag below. She's like talking about exactly like the realizations that I've been having about body standards. I've been in the body positive movement. I've been in the like health and then like also severe end of weight loss. I've been all over the place. And I thought I would cure my body image by going to body positivity. And now I'm realizing focusing on the body's appearance, period. It's a made up thing. We think cellulite is wrong because they told us it's wrong, but like there's no inherent moral anything with cellulite or belly rolls. So I'm realizing ever since I started this coloring business, that is when I started to gain weight back that I had worked really hard to lose. I had lost 55 pounds and then all of a sudden I became really sedentary. I was like working out a lot before. I've put on like 35 to 40 pounds back. Granted, y'all just saw me eat a scone. Yeah, okay, don't come in the comments like, maybe you shouldn't eat scones. I'm over here like, my job has made me gain weight. Excuse me. Focusing on your body all the time literally ruins experience and takes the joy out of your life, when I should be over here like grateful and damn proud of myself that I even made art a career for myself finally after dreaming about it my entire life. Instead of being like, I gained 40 pounds from sitting at my desk all the time for a year. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Happy Wednesday morning. I am going to meet my sister at this local like coffee co-working space. She's going to just color and read or whatever her hobbies are. She's got her little activity baggers, people call them today, analog bags. And I am going to be working on roles or rewards. So I'm trying to pack everything that I'm gonna need. I'm also gonna bring stuff in case I feel like doing a little craft or reading, because we're gonna be there for a few hours. I am gonna bring my Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal as well. What did I just do? Something's going on with my printer. I love this bag. This is my like take everything with me bag. How do the junk journaling girlies go out and junk journal? Because like this is my junk journal box. And then I see them all the time going out to the cafe and I'm like, how? I have this like weird fear of like forgetting something. And then I'm like, damn, I don't have that thing now. think that's all though. So this is taking me the same route that I used to take when I worked as a nanny. And let me tell you, it is a sobering experience. Like, it's semi-triggering. Not that I didn't love being a nanny, but sometimes with the hustle and the grind of being an artist and being your own like boss, and you have to make sure you make the money. Like, you don't have a guaranteed income and you don't have guaranteed success. Really, like, almost a game and trial and error and learning and so many things. Sometimes it can get really overwhelming, and you're just sometimes like, would it be easier if I just got a normal job and then just did this stuff for fun, like as a hobby? But then I'm on my way and I'm taking the exact same route. Like, no, it is so much more worth it to bust your butt towards something that you love. And it may be harder sometimes. I just cannot handle having someone else tell me what to do. I don't know why. I don't know if it's being like a Gemini or what, like, or ADHD and having some sort of like defiance. I love this so much more, and I'll never give it up. I will bust my butt till the day I die. We're only 1 year in, many more years to go, and the first year can be the hardest, so. I of course got my ephemera to use for junk journaling. Now we're gonna head to this little co-working spot. One of the biggest reasons I chose the path of becoming self-employed was the freedom it comes with. I can work anywhere and make my own schedule, which is very necessary when you have young kids. It also allows you to spend time with people you love during the day, like this. Ironically though, I don't do it as much as I thought I would or wish I did. I rarely have the motivation to get dressed and get out of the house. I'm also trying to unlearn a hyper productivity mindset, and spending time getting dressed and driving feels like time wasted that I could be working. I can leave the house, but I feel like I shouldn't. Not to mention the money of going out to a coffee shop or things like that, because there aren't very many third spaces. Freedom is something I need to practice using a little more. Every time I get out and socialize with people or even just have a change of scenery, I do always feel so much better, and yet I feel guilty or behind when I do it. I really want to force myself to work outside the house or meet a friend for coffee at least 1 day a week, or try taking myself on artist dates. I heard about this concept from The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. Haven't read it yet, but I do love this concept of artist dates. Well, that was a good day. I didn't get like a lot done, but it was fun, and that's what counts. It was fun to at least experience like working somewhere different and having some company while I do it. Oh my god, I could not freaking wait to get changed into a big comfy shirt and my husband's boxers. I was like having a sensory overload. I couldn't handle wearing a bra and jeans for much longer, or tennis shoes. Too constricting. Anyways, I'm back home, obviously. I haven't made a post yet, so I'm gonna quickly finish a shoppable sample that I need to post, and then maybe read a little bit, and then I'll do some more drawing. But my daughter has softball practice tonight, so I need to be able to make dinner before then. That's been my day, so we'll see what we get into tomorrow. I did not want to wake up early today. Got so cold last night. I'm joking. Come here. Anyways, I did not want to wake up early today, and so I didn't. And I didn't get to read much yesterday at softball practice, so I wanted to finish the chapter I was in yesterday. So God, this book is so good. Now it's talking about how basically they invented the beauty myth once women started working, because that was like the only way that they could keep us from rising above men, because they could use beauty as a way of qualifying women. You know, think about it. Beautiful women unfortunately get
better advantages, and oh well, you're not presentable enough, meaning you don't do makeup and hair, and added a layer that we have to do to get ready for work that men don't. And the beauty myth was created to control us in a way, make sure that we don't threaten their power as men. So they built something to keep us insecure and use against us. Very good. Seriously. So good. Give it a read if you're a woman with insecurities, which who doesn't have insecurities? I just got done editing a YouTube video, like my very first legit YouTube video. I'm super excited. I couldn't film that obviously because I was editing on my phone. Now I just need to make like an end graphic thanking my patrons. So I'm gonna do that on the computer. But before I do that, I'm gonna have a little lunchy brunchy. It's a chicken salad wrap. It always blows my mind how many of you are paying subscribers to my Patreon. Every time I see how long this list is, it fills me with immense gratitude. I genuinely could not do this without you all. Patreon has been the biggest and best decision I've ever made as an artist. It's given me a way to create consistently and be supported doing it. More than that, it feels like a real community that I can confide in and share my trials and successes with. So thank you. I had to take a little pause from work to go buy an outfit for my daughter for the talent show, and I got a few dollars. So I'm gonna stop by this little place that has like the greatest bagels and cream cheese and get a coffee too, because I never finished my coffee this morning. Like I only had a few sips. No, I need coffee. My hubby is going to go get the kids for me so I could chill and do a little bit of work in my comfy shirt, of course. I'm working on the YouTube cover thumbnail, and I'm doing like this little screenshot from when I was in the park. When you're seeing this, the video is out, so go watch it. Happy Friday. It's currently 5:14 a.m. I'm so tired. But I really need to get some drawing done. And today's my daughter's talent show. Oh my god, the outfit I got her yesterday. She looks like a pop star. Tomorrow we've got our games. Sunday my son has all-star practice, and then my husband's going out of town. Yeah, there's not gonna be a lot of opportunities later this weekend, so yeah, I gotta draw, so had to wake up early. I actually uploaded the YouTube video. Let's see what the stats are right now. Yesterday, I had 89 subscribers. Now I have 91. Real magic happening overnight. I'm so close to 100. That's pretty dope. 34 views. Yesterday it was like 12 views or something, so. Oh yeah. Here's where I left off the other day. Yeah, didn't add to it at all yesterday. So let's continue the sketch. People sometimes ask me why I draw first in a sketchbook instead of drawing directly on the iPad first, and the answer is drawing with paper and pencil just feels so much more natural for me. I feel like my art looks better when I draw with paper and pencil first. Sometimes I'll start on the iPad if it's a bold and easy illustration, or oftentimes I'll complete the scenery on my iPad. There's truly no right or wrong way of doing it. In fact, Johanna Brasford is called the ink evangelist for making all of her coloring books with pen and ink. So, if you've ever wanted to make coloring pages but you hate how it feels to draw on the iPad, give sketching the old school way a try. First, scan it and trace it on whatever illustration program you use. That's how I do it. Every artist has their own unique process, and that's okay. Unless, of course, you're using AI. Then bye-bye. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just drawing the girls in a bunch of different positions. Then I'm going to end up having to like
move them around on the iPad and draw the scenery then, because it's really hard to kind of figure it out on paper. But I know, like, I have the vision in my head, and so I'm just drawing the girls first, and then yeah, that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Alright, so I just got back home. I'm stressing out a little bit because I'm realizing like how much I have to do. And so I'm like, you know, I really should use that planner and write it down. Because I have a lot of samples coming in. I need to make a video for these, but I'm waiting till I have more sunlight. And I need to continue drawing these rewards. That's like super important because holy crap, it's already March 20th. And I need to have the rewards ready by the first week. And then I need to do my buddy color this week. So these are all things I not necessarily have to get done today, but I really would like to get them done this week. So I am going to write down what needs to get done to kind of empty my brain a little bit, because I tend to get stressed and overwhelmed and like I'm all over the place. But I'm so inconsistent with using a planner. Like, why? Why? That's why I love a bullet planner or a bullet journal, though, because if I miss a week, I can just start the next week and not waste a bunch of pages that I never ended up filling out. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, you do. It truly is wild to look back at my first coloring book illustrations and see the amount of growth I've made in my confidence, the ability to draw anatomy better understand perspective, and create better compositions. Practicing regularly, if not daily, truly is the best way to improve. I know it sounds cliche, but it is the truth. So if you want to improve your art, practice, practice, practice. Some of you may not even know that I have coloring books on Amazon, but to be honest, I'm embarrassed to mention anything I created before Spooky Babes. The art is just not the same, but y'all still really love them, so you can check them out on Amazon if you wish. I'll have them linked in the description below. I just got a notification that my best friend, Ashley, just posted her first YouTube video, so you know I gotta go watch that, every second of it, and hype my girl up in the comments and like it and do all the things. That feels calm to me. My coloring book is featured in there. She's such a real one. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. There it is. Nothing crazy. She's such a good filmer. My YouTubers say like, comment, subscribe, so I don't know. Maybe go do your thing. Although I absolutely loathe social media being a required part of the job, I do love that it connects us with people all over the world that we never would have met otherwise, like Ashley, who lives on the other side of the country. Being an artist in the conservative South can feel pretty lonely. Where I live, artist communities are pretty non-existent, and the type of art I illustrate is a bit taboo for the people living here. So being able to meet people who have the same interests and philosophy helps expand my world in a way my physical location limits me. So after I just got done doing some planning for the next 2 weeks, I just feel sometimes so frustrated because I don't have all the time in the world, because I'm in this I'm in this season of motherhood. So like there are people who have so much more time. When I was working full-time back when I was younger, but I didn't have kids yet, I literally thought I didn't have time. And then I became a mom and I was like, oh, this is what it feels like to not have time. But yeah, it's just like frustrating sometimes. And I get in this place where I'm like, I could get so much more done if I didn't have all these other responsibilities. But I wouldn't trade being a mom for anything in the world. I love my children to death. They're the reason why I am hustling as hard as I do, because I want to give them a better life. I want to give them an example that you don't just have to do what society tells you, you know, get a career you hate and just work till you die and like hate what you do. and be miserable all the time. Like, there is another option, but it takes hard work. It's frustrating though, because sometimes I think that they think I'm just having fun because mommy gets to draw, mommy gets to color, mommy gets to do all this. So they don't see it as like work, and they think I just am working and don't want to be with them sometimes. It's hard. It's hard balancing building a business and being a mother, because you see other people being able to move so much faster and do so many more things than you're just like currently allotted time for. And then balancing making sure that you are present for your kids and that they remember that you were present for them, and making sure they don't have trauma with that. Yeah, it's hard. And I'm always just like, you just need to manage your time better. You need to manage your time better. And I do. I do need to manage my time better. It's hard with ADHD. Really is. I get distracted so easily. And I get so mad at myself when I find myself spending free moments on my phone. Yeah, I just thought I would share that little insight of what I'm feeling right now, in case there's another mom on the same journey right now. Now, I want to finish up my pen pal letter, my pen pal in Australia. I have this idea of creating a whimsical journaling, coloring playlist, whatever, and I want to draw a little like CD. And then on the back of it, I'm gonna have a QR code where she'll scan it and it'll take her to a Spotify playlist. I can finally mail it off. I'm so excited. Lately, I've been really craving slower and more intentional connection, like writing letters to friends and loved ones, or even chatting over the phone instead of texting. There's something about it that feels more meaningful, even if it's a simple handwritten note and nothing super extravagant like this pen pal package I'm creating for my friend Nicole. It just feels so much more personal. You have to actually carve out time from your busy life to do it. Also, checking the mail and receiving something other than a bill or even a purchase we may feel guilty about later, it's the ultimate dose of dopamine. Nothing excites me more than receiving a letter from a friend in the mail. Also, this is one of the ways that I try to create outside of being tied to work, which is really crucial for keeping art joyful for me. I did sort of go all out with this first pen pal package to Nicole, but if you're looking to start having pen pals but are worried you're not quote unquote creative enough, you truly don't need to do anything crazy. You could literally send a letter on notebook paper and decorate it with some stickers. I feel like because of social media, we feel like everything in our life has to be a performance, and if we don't make it Instagram worthy, it's not even worth doing. And that's just not true. Not everything has to be posted. Seriously, keep some things in your life off of social media. Good Saturday morning. um I got my grabby watercolor palette yesterday, and I'm so excited to dive into it, and I have a really cute video idea for it. But these are all the colors, dude. Check it out. And then it's got this really cute flip down where you can like mix your colors, and like this little pad where you can dry off your brush. I have to take the kids to all their sports today. Yesterday was my daughter's talent show. That was amazing. That was so fun and cool to see all the kids and their talents and see my daughter up there on stage. Won't see much from today, but I just wanted to show y'all that. I did get a couple other samples, but I was really excited about this one. Happy Sunday morning. I didn't record anything yesterday. I ended up just spending the day with my family. Got really sunburnt. Oh no. And it was hot. And literally last week we had snow. So weird. This morning, though, my husband left out of town for work, so I've got just the kids, just me, for the next like 4 days. And I didn't get an ounce of work done yesterday. This morning, I need to do my buddy color for the Patreon buddy color. So I'm going to be coloring this new page by my friend Ania and Colors. She normally makes art. I have quite a few of her art pieces hanging on my wall, actually. But this is her first time trying to make coloring pages as a reward, and I'm super excited. So this is the first week that I decided, along with the mood board, to include junk journal elements. So like, for example, this is the mood board,
But I decided I would also, in case people wanted to junk journal instead, create a sheet of the elements from the mood board and like background pages. So yeah, happy Sunday. Let's get started.
Junk journaling is a hobby I've recently become obsessed with. I love how playful it is and how it doesn't require skill or perfection. Not to mention, it tickles my environmentalist fancy because we turn what would be waste into art. In typical ADHD fashion, I feel like I pigeonholed myself into a singular hobby, coloring, and made that my entire niche. But lately, I've wanted to expand my brand to encapsulate creative living in general, making space for me to share all of my artistic hobbies, not just coloring. I have some hopes and ideas to create my own hand-drawn stickers and stationery to add to the type of products I offer. I also want to change the name of my Patreon Buddy Color Club to the Creative Club and allow the mood boards I create to also be creative prompts for my members to create whatever inspires them, including their own illustrations, songs, poetry, fiber arts, whatever strikes their fancy. I want it to feel like a creative community where people can safely share their art without feeling judged. I am absolutely obsessed with living creatively. I live and breathe art and have since I was very little. After I had kids, I went too long without creating any art, and I feel like I had completely lost myself. I replaced creating with scrolling endlessly online, and that addiction to my phone and cheap and quick dopamine still infiltrates all my time. And I miss the days where I embraced slowness and used my free time to express myself creatively. I'm really trying to work hard to reduce my screen time and use even 20 minutes of spare time instead to journal, read, sketch, whatever.
I just realized something. She looks really creepy from the back. Okay, so gotta stop what I'm doing to do the dishes and make some food for the kids, because in about an hour and a half, we gotta leave and go to my son's all-star baseball practice. This is just like another one of those instances where it's like, I feel like I just got into a really deep creative flow and I'm like, I have to stop. I have to stop what I'm doing for the next 3 or 4 hours, and by the time I come back I've got to cook dinner. Really tough. I feel like I never have a large chunk of time that's uninterrupted, and then like I'm supposed to fit in time for exercise and hobbies and bonding with my family. It's like so hard to find time for it all. All right, we're back home. It was really hot, really hot. Feels like the middle of summer right now for some reason in March. And we went and had dinner at my mother-in-law's. Now we're back home and I am so ready. Got my big t-shirt, okay? Husband's boxers. I'm ready to chill, watch some good YouTube, and finish this junk journal spread.
2 hours later.
This is what I got done. I get to finish the other half, so I'll have to do that in the morning. There were so many more things that I needed to get done this week, and that is the life of being a mom and a creative trying to build a business. I'm still trying to learn how to balance and have realistic expectations of what I can actually get done. And if you have any tips on how to be able to get more done with young kids and also have time for hobbies and exercise and cooking and cleaning the house, let me know in the comments. But thanks for hanging out and watching this vlog, even if it wasn't that interesting, because I don't feel like it was that interesting. But, and especially if you like or subscribe to this channel, it really means the world. All right, thanks y'all. Bye.